Mainit na balita.
Bakit nakapasok? Paano nakapasok yung dalawa? Alam niyo kung bakit? Because this means na more or less nag-umpisa na ang irrelevance ng Marcos administration. Wala silang achievements na masasandalan para may credibility yung endorsement ni BBM. Sasabihin, walang bahid ng korupsyon, wala ring accomplishment. Pero, the reason I'm asking why you think that BAM was voted, una, let's separate fact from fiction. Tapos, alamin natin, bakit nakapasok, paano nakapasok yung dalawa. Alam niyo kung bakit? Because this means na more or less, nag-umpisa na ang irrelevance ng Marcos administration. Of course, we expected them to be lame ducks by this time. Pero super duper 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 lame ducks sila that they couldn't get many of their really loyal lieutenants to pass. To pass muster. Ang alyansa, sino lang ang nakapasok doon? Camille Villar, yung endorsement ni VP Inday mattered to her. Si Erwin Tulfo, alyansa yan, pero halos nag-iisa siya. Sino yung mga alyansang di nakapasok? Manny Pacquiao. Ang pagkatalo ni Manny was because Mindanao turned their back on him. Sino pa ba yung mga Abby Binay? Talo si Abby Binay. She could not swing what her father could. And kiss of death talaga yung nila. And si Abby Binay, hindi lang siya natalo sa Senado, tinalo pa ni Nancy yung asawa niya. Asawa ni Abby who was also running for mayor of Makati. So, ang tingin ko dyan is most of alyansa na kiss of death. Alam na natin yan. Super duper lame duck ang administration. And so getting there, and ano pa, wala silang achievements na masasandalan para may credibility yung endorsement ni BBM. So, ang dami, yes, Abalos also lost. So, bakit walang solid achievements ang BBM administration na that would have made BBM a credible endorser? Martin Romualdez did not care na he looked very parang that Congress appeared like a bully to many people. So, naalala ng mga tao yan, napaka-nega ng projection tapos kukonti ang achievements. Now, yung mga dilaw, walang achievements yan. So, we need to find out paano nakapasok yung dalawa. Now, there is also talk that they have been in, yung pagkapanalo nila is so US machination. Parang hindi natin akalain makakapasok sila, ang taas pa. Diba? Ano pa? Mayroon pang ever since 2024, Rizzo Hontiveros has been strongly following and closely following the US line. So, we know here that even as the BBM the Marcos administration kept trying to get into the US, it appears to me and to many others that it is the SOCDEMs, the Dilaws that we call them. Sina Senator Risa, Bam Kiko, Chel Jokno, Laila De Lima, etc. It seems that they have the support of the US. So, now, that makes them the opponents. Yes po, nasa ng eye protectors po. Tama po kayo. Sandali, hindi ko mahanap yung salamin ko. Tapusin ko lang yung thought. It means that we have to prepare for a 2028 showdown with the Dilaws. Irrelevant na ang Marcoses, ang Marcos administration. 2028 will be a fight for that. Ayun, tama, sabi ni Larry Otencio, nadala sa drama ni Sharon Cuneta. Really? Were you convinced? Ako, I don't think so, but it was necessary for her to shed tears para may justification kung bakit ang taas, di ba? Tingnan niyo yung mga a lot of people don't understand how they voted for Bam Aquino. There are no accomplishments. in the past how many years, Ferbang? He lost the elections for Leni Robredo. So, sasabihin, walang bahid ng korupsyon, wala ring accomplishment. Yeah. We have to look at their communication strategy dito. Ano yung ginamit nilang strategiya aside from the fact na mukhang tinulungan sila ng US? Yeah. We have to look at what it is that made them win. Because they might do the same thing in 2028. Sabi ni Kai, no, I'm not convinced kasi nilangaw sa Cebu. I agree. I'm also not convinced that they got the youth vote. Although I must admit, si Senator Risa Hontiveros ang super sipag dyan sa youth vote. Which is something that we can do also. So they used yung free tertiary education. Yes, we saw that on social media. Pero I don't, is it that easy? Ganito yun eh. Siya, author ng free tertiary education, ilan na lang. Dinidefund yan ng Marcos administration. I know it was in the plan. Dahan-dahan silang dinidefund. So how could you say na malakas siya sa youth vote, kukonti na po yung nakalibre ng tertiary education? It was never at the level of the Duterte admin. It means nakuha nila sa fake news or sa paghimas ng communications nila. Sabi ni Anthony, may accomplishments ba yung ibang Duterte? Sige, i-concede natin si Philip Salvador, kaya natalo di ba? Pero yun nga, yung sinasabi mo, may accomplishments ba yung mga Duterte? O sabihin na natin na yung iba wala, kaya sila natalo. Pero Senator Bongo, Senator Bato, Senator Bongo with his malasakit program, Senator Bato, siya po yung nagpa PIDEA leaks na hearings. He spoke up. I wasn't very convinced at how good he was, but certainly with sincerity. Amy Marcos, Senate investigation. So, wag mong sabihin na biased ako. Patunayan mo yan. Ikaw ang nag-a-allege So may accomplishments ba ibang Duterte? Yun ngang wala, those who were perceived as not having enough accomplishments. Kaya nga sinasabi natin, hindi buo yung Duterte, di ba? O sino yung mga nakapasok? Camille Villar, Amy Marcos. Amy, maliwanag yung accomplishments. Rodante Marcoleta, maliwanag yung accomplishments. Nakikita sila, most of them, may nilalaban. Now, Camille Villar, well, congressperson siya, hindi siya pumirma ng impeachment. And that counts to those who are DDS as accomplishments. Ang tanong, bakit yung iba bumoto nga kay Bam, wala sila, ano yung ililaban na accomplishment? Ang tagal na nung tertiary education. Tapos dinidefund siya. It's because they stayed away from direct confrontation with the DDS. Hindi natin masyado silang pinansin. We did not take them on as part of our communications plan. So I don't know if there are any, let me see, reasons kung bakit, Diyos ko, you can't let it go. Bakit ka nandito? Hindi ko pala naniniwala sa akin, Anthony De La Rosa. Bye. Yan. Sabi ni Kai, dinidefund po. Kasi before, walang ginagawang rally mga students sa state university namin. Pero just this year, na-shock ako, nagwelga na sila, budget cut daw. Kaya tama kayo, nabudol ang mga students. So yun na nga, Free tertiary education, defunded naman. Paano mo mako-consider yan na accomplishment? And the reason I'm harping on no accomplishments on the part of BAM was because wala siya sa gobyerno. Wala tayong nakita na ginawa siya during the hiatus, yung time na wala sila in power. Diba? Wala nga sila kay Lenny eh. In fact, si Bam Aquino lost the elections for Lenny. A lot of people are blaming him. Whether that's true or not, I am not sure. Pero yung blame is coming from his own camp. Tama ito. I agree with this. Hindi bumanat si Kiko at Bam sa mga Duterte. Totoo yan. And many of the kakampings were quite conciliatory to many of us. Many were in fact tumatambay dito sa atin. O, di ba? So, this is what we are going to bear in mind. Nagtataka ako dun sa nagagalit. Ano ako, bakit niya ina-argue? Kasi kung tama naman yung kanilang communications, what we're doing in discussing this means that we're preparing for what they're going to try to do next time. Pero tama ito. I think they kept a low profile and did not directly engage the DDS. And as a matter of fact, for the longest time, nandun sila sa they made it appear na nasa panig sila ng administrasyon. So, which means na sina BBM, they did not see them also as a threat. So yun. We did not see Bam and Kiko as a threat. Si Kiko, medyo nakuha niya pa rin sa atin eh. May portions na nag-i-engage siya. Si Bam stayed away from engagement with the DDS. And that might be the reason kung bakit ganun kataas yung kanyang might be one of the reasons. Aside from, may tulong sila from the US. A lot of people are saying there might be some magic involved, etc. Well, para sa akin, let's wait for more evidence of that. Hindi yung komot nagulat tayo, automatic iisipin natin magic yun. Kailangan, pag mag-a-allege tayo ng wrongdoing, kailangan sasabihin pa rin natin kung ano yung basis natin. Okay, kunin ko lang po yung salamin ko. At na naman ako, mapapagalitan ako. Chicken. So, ayan. Sorry po, kailangan manalamin. Remember how walang rallies yung mga dilaw or wala sila masyadong rallies? Sabi ni RG, they played safe, puro lang depensa instead of attacking. It was a good strategy, ha? It was a good strategy. Kung yan po ang nagpapanalo, tandaan po natin kung ano yung mga ginawa nila. Ang weird nung Paul, nagagalit siya na binabaklas natin yung comms nung kabila. Tama. Si Shawi lang, si Sharon, lang ang bumanat kay VP nung sinabi niya nagsisisi na ba kayo at hindi si Kiko ang binoto niyo na VP. Yikes. Yon, sabi ni Aliyah, hindi nakipagbardagulan si Bam at si Kiko. Unlike nung 2022, halos maliitin nila ang Duterte supporters kaya hindi sila nanalo before. Totoo yan. I think that's an important thing to know. Sabi ni Joy, si Colonel Grijaldo pwede po ba siyang palayain? Hindi po, unless Congress says na papalayain siya. hindi komot natalo yung mga ilang miyembro ng Quadcom, automatic yun dahil hindi pa po sila ang congressman ngayon. Yung mga congressman nakaupo pa matatapos ang 19th Congress, June 30 po. Sabi ni Valentino, marami pong DDS na bumoto kay Bam dahil daw sa balitang pangako niya sa INC na no ang vote niya sa impeachment. Why would you vote for him then? Even if he did that. So, di ba? Well, sabagay, yung sinasabi natin, yun yung purpose sa pagboboto. Pero, pinagkakatiwalaan niya siya, okay, sige, ipapangako niya yung sa impeachment. What about the other things? Posible yan. Sabi ni Kai, nag-undervote din daw yung mga kakamping. So, 4 lang ang binoto nila. Tama po yun. Posible yan. Posible din yan. Sabi ni Ma'am Karen, biruin mo yung nagsasabing, wow, dagat, nanalo. Silang dalawa yung nanalo na hirap i-convince to make sense at dapat panghanapan ng nagawang matino. I don't believe in their numbers. I hope the other 7 PDP senatoriables will file a complaint. Kasi may mga ebidensya yan sila sa mga election glitches. Happy ako talo si Contempt King Paduano at si Bill.